Hi from Bye. Welcome to Studio GLAM, where we'll show you the grit, love, action, and moxie that it takes to really crush it at Rainbow High. Here in GLAM Class, we'll help you bring your big dreams to life by turning your creative ideas into real projects, just like my friends and I do at Rainbow High. Today, we'll be learning about the creative side of blogging, from photography to styling your outfits to art direction. Our instructor today is the Queen of LA, Caroline June. She runs the amazing blog Love and Loathing LA, which means she's a pro when it comes to photography, fashion tricks, and more. Please give a GLAM Class welcome to Caroline.
Hi everybody, I'm Caroline and I run the blog Love and Loathing LA. I started out as a girl who really liked being creative, and I even went to college for art. After college, I decided to use my artistic background to start a blog about what it's like to live a creative life in Los Angeles. As a blogger, I use the fundamentals of my art skills all the time. And today, I'm gonna show you how to experiment and find your own look when it comes to photography, color, and styling.
Wait, I have to take a picture of this picture to post a picture? Ugh, the effort!
So today we're starting out with my top 5 blog photo hacks. If you want to have a big online presence like Violet does, you're going to want to figure out a photography style that's unique to you. For today's lesson, we're going to need a phone. I like to shoot with a camera as well, but specifically for today, we're going to use the phone. We're also going to play with a couple different props. I've pulled some great fabric, a nice sheer fabric, and we're going to play around with this iridescent cellophane, which is really fun. We're also going to be talking about playing with different ideas of foreground. So I've pulled some fresh flowers. You can use fresh or silk or whatever you've got. When it comes to basic lighting, my #1 recommendation is simply to try it all. Try open shade, try bright sun, try artificial lighting in your house, try natural lighting outside or even inside by a window. Try it all, have fun with it. And other great things to consider would be what's the mood you're going for? What materials do you have on hand? And most importantly, angles. So when it comes to angles, again, try everything. See what happens when you start a little bit higher with your camera, and then see what happens when you go a little bit lower. And if I have a hot tip, try a Dutch angle. Just tilt your camera a little bit to the side and see what happens. So when it comes to selfies, I've got a few tips for you. First and foremost, see this angle? This isn't that good. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna lift your phone up just a little bit higher than your eye line, I'd say. Take a look around you. See, that's not so great. I've got my spot now. Grab your friend, your prop, your pet. Make a big selfie smile, and click, you're good. So just about every professional photographer uses something that's called a gel. You can make a photograph warmer, you can make them cooler, you can add a fun color to it. You can get that same effect though with household items like iridescent cellophane, which is one of my favorite things to play with. It gives your photos a really cool texture, a fun filter, a natural filter, if you will. So you can hold the cellophane just like this, flat up against the lens, or what I like to do, I like to crumple it up. That way it creates a really cool effect. And try it like that. You can move it around a bit, just to see the different perspective, different light that's hitting the paper. It just creates a really cool vintage effect. Here's a photo I shot earlier using iridescent cellophane. Another super fun prop that I like to use is a sheer fabric. Similar to what you would do with the cellophane. You just take your lens, you kind of drape it over like that. You could even play with it a little bit, like move this up and down over the lens. This helps just create a really nice soft look. Check out this shot I did at home the other day. I absolutely love playing with props. One of my absolute favorites being flowers. They're beautiful. I mean, they're so photogenic naturally. So if you've got some flowers on hand, they can be real, they can be silk, whatever you've got, I would suggest taking a flower. I'm gonna take one from my own bouquet. Say that this is our subject. I'm gonna take this flower, I'm gonna hold it up in front of my lens. Got a little bit of that pop of color from the bouquet. It just makes the photo that much more interesting. Here's some shots with flowers I did a few days ago. And remember, you don't need fancy equipment to take these types of photos at home. You can use countless household items that will do just the same, if not more.
Say, own it!
Own it!
Okay, for our next lesson, we are going to get into color inspo. Color inspo mood boards are the starting point to just about every type of project. Everything from redecorating your room to setting the vibe for your blog. You can even make a mood board for a friend that feels like it shows off their personality. It is ultimately to get the creativity flowing, something to give you ideas, something to get you excited to do the next thing. So today we're gonna make a mood board inspired by a sunset dinner party that I wanna throw, and of course, ultimately inspired by Violet. Okay, here's what you're gonna need for this lesson. You're gonna need some poster board, some different types of fabrics that are great for texture, either pressed flowers, fake flowers, anything with some vibrant color. I went for some different types of gems, and of course, most importantly, you're gonna need pictures that you can find on the internet, magazines, or pictures that you've taken yourself. You're also gonna need basic things like scissors and glue. Okay, if you guys are ready, let's get into it. So we're gonna start out with our poster board because this is the base, the foundation to all of our things that we're going to be putting on this mood board. Then I'm gonna start with my pictures. We're gonna cut all of these out. And the extra best thing about mood boards is they do not have to be perfect. There's nothing perfect with a mood board. It is just things that inspire you. And it's fun. If nothing else, I love sitting down and just getting creative. Okay, now that I've got everything cut, I like to start with my pictures first and then kind of work around with different textures. I'm gonna take all my pictures and kind of start planning where I want them to go on the board. I always have like a focal idea of sorts, and in this case, it's Violet, because she is our inspiration for the sunset party. So she's gonna go somewhere, I would say, in the middle, kind of a nice focused point. So I've gone with nice violet purple, pink, orange, that kind of ties it all in and helps me stay on track with the mood. So I'm gonna start gluing these down. Now that I've got everything glued down, I'm going to start cutting a couple pieces of fabric because I love adding texture to the mood board. I think it just makes it all the more fun to look at and fun to make. So I've got this really fun, kind of funky fringe that I think is very glamorous. It feels very true to Violet, if you ask me. So we're just gonna cut like a little square. You know, actually, it might go better right here, I think. I love this fabric. It has a great texture. It has some great sparkle and of course some pearls, which just makes an evening dinner outside under a sunset feel all the more special. Okay, we're gonna put it right here. I love velvet. I think that this just screams fun and fancy dinner to me. So, and of course it's purple, keeping in theme. So we're gonna cut a piece of this. And fabric can be a little tricky to glue, and there is specifically fabric glue, which I found helps. Okay, so I'm just adding the finishing touches to my board, and here it is. I think it looks awesome. We've got a couple different textures. We've got Violet highlighted jewels around her. We've got some great flowers, another different kind of texture, and I think it's just a pretty cohesive and fun mood board.
Hashtag Rainbow High Goals.
Our final lesson today is style hacks. Finding and showing off your personal style is a huge part to running a lifestyle blog, but that doesn't always have to mean buying and shopping for new clothes. I'm gonna show you how to style your clothing so that you always have a fresh new look, just like the Rainbow High girls. Today, I brought a couple of my favorite pieces from my own closet to play with, just so we could show different ways to play with color, interesting ways to play with color, as well as taking some things from your closet you might already have and revamping them in a fun new way. So I'm gonna teach you how to play with a scarf in a couple different really fun ways. You can, of course, put it around your neck, wear it in your hair, you can use it on a bag, you can use it even on a headband. So when it comes to necklaces, you are totally allowed to wear more than one, and I actually encourage you to. It is such a fun, fashionable statement to make right now. I often wear 3 or 4 at a time. Simplest way to get that done is just to start with smaller necklaces, closer up here, cascade down to longer necklaces, boom, bold statement. Some color combos just naturally work. Some you're probably not gonna be too sure about, but I just recommend trying them on. Have fun. See what just stands out and what makes you feel great. Some of my personal favorite color combos, for example, bright pink like this paired with a bright green like this. Crazy in theory, but when you put it on, so fun. Another one would be maybe a cobalt blue. You would never think to maybe pair it with a pair of red pants. It works. Or how about a bright yellow skirt with a bright orange top? Whatever look you love, rock it with confidence. This is about your personal style, so if it feels good, it looks good. Trust me.
Whoa.
So cool.
So stunning. Oh, so smoking. Whoa.
The look. Yes? No? Literal perfection.
Thank you guys so much for joining me. For more creative inspo, you can go to loveandloathingla.com.
Thank you, Caroline, and to all of you who attended today's GLAM class. We can't wait to see what you create. Have your mom snap a pic and share with everyone at Rainbow High on our Instagram, Facebook, or rainbowhigh.com. Our next GLAM class is Saturday, June 26th, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. So make sure your parent enrolls you for the class at rainbowhigh.com. Thanks for joining us today, and see you next week. Bye-bye from Bye-Bye.